Open your mind.
Hey out there, this is Buzz with TheSurvivalBuzz. I've mentioned several times on this channel of always being prepared for whatever might happen, always having a firearm within arm's reach no matter what. And I made a big mistake. You know, normally I don't get out of the house much. Most everything I need is pretty close to where I live in a fairly rural area, but I work in the big city, so during the week when I'm going to work, I'm wearing body armor. I've got plenty of ammo, my gun, the whole 9 yards on me. And if I'm going to the city outside of work, I'm always concealed carry. I always got plenty of ammo as well. But I've taken for granted where I live. And, you know, it's a small, fairly rural area. Like I said, we do have like a Walmart and a few food places, gas station, nothing big. But yesterday I came home. It was right after dark, 6 something o'clock here in Oklahoma, and I just got home, set my gear down, set my gun down, took my vest off, and about that time a truck pulled in the driveway and was sitting out there running, and then I heard a knock at the door. My dogs were freaking out at that point. I got a couple smaller dogs, and then I have a larger dog. We call him a puppy, but really he's huge. And for some of you guys out there that follow this channel regularly probably already know, but I have a puppy. He's a little over a year old. He's half Great Pyrenees, half German Shepherd, so he's a big boy. He's over 100 pounds now at a year old, and I have a big Great Pyrenees in the backyard. She got out, and the neighbor had a German Shepherd, and the rest is history. So my dog was barking his head off, and I answered the door. And you should always, open the door with your foot behind the door just in case. But I didn't have a firearm on me. And when I answered the door, the guy's younger gentleman, probably in his mid-20s, black fellow with kind of like cornrow dreadlocks. Not a real common look for this area where I live. And he said, I need to charge my phone. Can you help me charge my phone? And the whole time there's a running vehicle in my driveway as well. And about that time, my dog runs up to, jump out the door, and I grab him by the collar, and he looks down and sees him. And I was making sure I heard that right because it was so unusual. I'm like, what is it you need? And he said, I'm not from here. I came to town to get a tattoo, and my phone died, and I'm wondering if you could help me charge my phone up. And I was like, man, I can't help you. I'm sorry. And he said, I understand. Jumped back in the passenger seat of the truck, and the truck left my neighborhood. The neighborhood I live in, it's pretty spread out. Everybody has an acre or more. Some people a lot more. So it's not like the houses are right next to each other. In the 5 years I've lived here, I've had 2 other people knock on my door. One person selling security systems, and another person want to spray the yard for bugs. So it was a rather unusual. And not to mention, there's several questions I have with why choose a residential house in a spread out rural neighborhood when you could have stopped at a number of places in town, a gas station or Walmart or wherever, and seen if somebody could help you out there. And you chose my house of all places. And when he left, I immediately called the neighbor, let him know he wasn't home. His wife and kids were home alone. He said he hadn't heard anything, but he would immediately call them when he got off the phone and let them know. Which kind of made me wonder if I hadn't been the one to answer the door and I hadn't had a big, growling, drooly dog beside me, how it may have turned out. But it made me really realize I had taken for granted my surroundings and where I live. You always expect it somewhere big, a big city, no matter whether it's red or blue. That sort of thing just happens there. But not out here where I live, not typically. And so maybe that can be a lesson for you guys out there. Always be on guard. I broke my own rules by not having a firearm on me. you should, I mean, no matter what, you know, I'm out here feeding my chickens right now, and I have a firearm on me. And I will always have a firearm on me after that. For the most part, I typically do, but I let my guard down. So hopefully that's a lesson for you guys. Rather strange event, needless to say. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Every little sound I heard, I was awakened. You know, we're fairly prepared around here for that sort of thing. We have, you know, security cameras, good locks, chained up lock fence, big dog in the backyard, big dog in the house. I mean, there's always the chance they can come in and kill my dog and steal all my stuff. But honestly, that's not what really worried me and made me so concerned. You know, all that stuff, as bad as it would hurt me to lose it, doesn't mean anything. You know, I can't replace my wife and kids and myself. And it really made me wake up and realize. So hopefully that can be a good example for you guys. Always be armed and ready to go. And having a big dog doesn't hurt as well. So God bless y'all, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.